Hey everybody! Welcome to episode 6 of the Valheim hardcore playthrough here on Corpse Box Gaming. If you were with us the last time, you'll remember that I had just finished a nice day of hunting, found a lot of material that I could use to build some armor and new weapons, and now we are going to test those armor and weapons against the very first boss. I want to make sure that I am prepared fully. I need... Where are my... There they are. Looking for my deer trophies. Eikthyr is the first boss. He's a giant deer. He has a couple weaknesses, fire and pierce. So I'm also going to make some fire arrows to take with us, just in case our spear, which does pierce damage as well, doesn't work out for us. Need to get some feathers, and we need some wood. I'm letting my food buff run out a little bit so that I can eat a full meal of each food type so that I have the maximum buff when I go into this fight. I just need a little bit of wood to make those arrows. Get rid of this stump. Remember last episode I said how important it was to get rid of the stumps? Well, I'll take my own advice. That should be plenty of wood. Get rid of the stump. There we go. Go back to the base. We've got feathers. We need a little more resin than what we've got. Some there. And there. So the fire arrows take 3 ingredients. Whoops. Is wood, resin, and feathers. We can actually make 100 of these fire arrows, so we will go ahead and do that. If we can't get him with our spear, we'll get him with these. Alright, let's clean up our inventory. Get some extra honey. Drop those there. Might as well drop these stone in here. So I want to have good stamina and good health. So I think these are the ones. So I will go ahead and eat those. Sleep for the night, then we'll head over to the altar, put the 2 deer trophies on it, and to see if we survive. Back when I first started playing this game, I would prepare and prepare and prepare for this fight. I mean, it would be probably day 30 before I would even attempt to do this fight. And now here we are going to try it on day 6. We've got our full rested buff. 75 hit points should be enough. Let's get these ready. Where is he going to appear? There he is. Oops, I missed him. Block that. Get a little closer. Block that attack. Some stamina back. I'm not getting close enough to hit him with the spear. Oops, I let that one get through. Let's do something that looks really cool. Let's set him on fire. Oh my goodness. I am screwing this up badly. Got hit by the lightning. Missed him. Hit by the lightning again. I'm gonna mess around and die here, aren't I? Far enough away. Yeah, we're getting him. Let's go over here and rest up a little bit. Away from that lightning. Take a rest. It was a good shot, but yeah, I think we got him pretty easy here. Yeah, I think we got him, y'all. Not too bad. Could have been a little cleaner, but hey, well, I'm talking like it's over. And it's over. There we go. Eikthyr killed in the early morning hours of day 6. So now we have our hard antler and we can make our first pickaxe, start mining metal, and start getting into this game seriously. First thing we need to do is hang up his trophy. Put it in slot 7 and boom, there he is. And we will activate that power. So now we can activate Eikthyr ability and use less stamina. So that is fantastic. Our run stamina will drop 60, everything drops 60, and it lasts for 300 seconds. So that is pretty good. More important, well, maybe not more importantly, but just as important, we can now make the pickaxe, which we haven't even seen anything that we need to use the pickaxe on. I missed that deer. If you remember, if you saw the first episode, I have option for fire to spread flammable items. So whenever I use these flame arrows, it will set fire to things, which comes in pretty handy at some points, let me tell you. So we go to our workbench and antler pickaxe. We need 10 more wood, so let's bring up our axes and go cut down some trees. Let's cut down both of these, and we can get a little bit of fine wood out of one and some regular out of both. So much easier than what I was doing before. Let's see if we can shoot this deer. Whoops. And of course, he ran away. That's fine. A little bit of damage from that log falling on us, but no big deal. Now our next order of business is going to be relocating our base, which I'm not going to take a lot of this stuff with me. I'm going to go ahead and craft 3 pickaxes because why not? It comes in useful later on to have 3 of them. Some more honey. So I think I'm just going to go on a little hunting expedition and see if we can find a good location to put a base over by the ocean. I love having my base by the ocean, especially with no portals, because you have to sail everywhere. So having a base on the coastline is super helpful. And having a base near the biome that you're working on is also super helpful. We're done with the meadows. Well, we're not done. We'll be here quite a bit. But our next goal is to get through the Black Forest, find the Black Forest boss, the Elder, and kill him and continue on. That may take a while, and it may not. I'm betting it's going to take a while, though, because I don't have a map, so I can't mark down where the altar is. When I look at the Vegevisir stones, which those are the little red rune stones that you see here and there, they will point you in the direction that you need to go. If you have a map, it will just put a marker on your map. If you don't have a map, it turns you and faces you in that direction, which can be quite difficult to follow. Let's see if we can shoot this boar. We just barely missed him. Got him. Just using those for target practice to raise my skill ever so slowly. Hey, I'm hungry. Alright. Very, very fun game. Whoops. And it's been a productive 6 days for us. He flew away right before I shot him. Okay. Yes, a very, very productive 6 days in the world of Valheim. I am definitely pleased. Hopefully our next 6 days will be just as good, but a lot of the time of those days is going to be spent base building. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm thinking about just live streaming the base build so that, you know, every minute of this playthrough is recorded. Or I might just record it and take out the important parts to post for you guys to see. But I think this is a good spot for a base. It's nice and open. There's a little bit of core wood left over there. We've got black forest there. We've got black forest over there. Yeah, I think this is real good. Yeah, I think we're in good shape here. There's a house up here. We may not need to build much at all. Oops. To ready my bow, not my axes. Yeah, that alerted him, didn't it? I missed him. Alright. I hear bees. That is awesome. Okay. Here's some great orbs. I'll be careful I don't die here. Alright. A great dwarf. We don't need those. Those will mostly be a food item in this playthrough since I'm not doing portals. I got stung, so I might as well just go ahead and go in here. Pop it. And there we have another queen bee. We can now run 3 beehives, and that should do us pretty well. Yeah, I think this is too far away from the water's edge for what I want to do. So yeah, let's explore this way a little bit. The thing about the spears, its reach is so short, unless you throw it, which I obviously haven't had any need to throw it. So normally, I throw it to deer hunt, but I was able to get the bow, the fine wood bow, pretty early in this playthrough, so I don't need to use it for that. And here we have our first metal material. Cannot harvest this without the pickaxe. Cannot make the pickaxe without killing Eitkthyr. Is it Eikthyr or Eitkthyr? I don't really know. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I in fact pronounce it both ways myself, so I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Is Eikthyr, Eitkthyr? Something Thyr, right? My rested buff is gone. I don't want to get too caught up in exploring out here. Get in over my head. Okay, so this is a meadows area really close. So this black forest isn't as big as I thought it was. I suppose it goes on the other side of the river there. I don't feel like going that direction as night is falling. And I think we've had a decent day. We beat the boss. We got the pickaxe. So I think next we need to get us a base going on over here. And once we get that, then we'll start exploring the Black Forest and looking for the ever important circling cores that are found in the burial chambers that we find in the Black Forest. So I think I'll just wander back to our base we have now in the episode there and decide how I'm going to proceed with the base build. I hate traveling in the rain. Absolutely hate it. But it rains a lot in this game. We are at the path, and when we leave this base I will put a marker up to remind us where this path is, because we'll need to use this path for the rest of the game. This is how we will find our way back to the sacrificial stones after we beat each boss to hang their trophy, just like we did with the Eitkthyr trophy. Every boss requires that. I don't suppose it requires it, but if you want to advance the game, you need to do it. It's so hard to hear any wildlife with this rain. I was hoping to do a little more hunting as we were traveling back and forth here, but the gods of Valheim did not smile upon us for that. But hey, it's a minor complaint with the success that we've had so far. And here we are. Alright. This is it, folks. The end of day 6 for me, and like I say, I'm going to try to decide how to film the base build, and once I'll do that, you'll see that a new video's been posted, I guess. And so until then, make sure you keep the bees happy, and adios.